ski in here. Alright. What's up? What? Ready? Stop.
What is up?
Stop.
Everyone.
No,
we
stop.
are
I got
here.
this.
No, let me. You have tried.
No.
Like
Okay, I tried one more time. I go.
No.
What's up? Ready?
That was your try.
No,
What is
no,
up, everyone?
no,
We are-
stop.
Kenny, I
Ready?
am really good at this
Okay,
stuff.
no, I'll try one more time.
What is up, everyone? We are here with this 2005 YZ125 that we got in the complete box. We will show you the motor in just a second. This is how we got it. We are going to be doing a full rebuild on it. Plastics and everything. Bottom end, top end, not tires. Nothing else because it's going to Rowdy.
We need an air filter.
I got one.
Anyways, we just got a big box of parts for this bike. We're not going above and beyond on this. We're just making it run as solid as we possibly can and making it look decent, you know, because we're not selling it. It's for us, you know, we're going to rip it ourselves, so we don't care what it looks like as long as it has a solid motor. So that's what we're doing for this, just getting it going and having it a cheap bike. We got it for $700, which in this market is a steal of a deal for a YZ125. 02s to 04s are going for $3K right now. So this bike is for $700 being an 05. That's pretty awesome. Check out our Instagram. We have a story highlight of all the builds. Check out some of the builds we've done. It's pretty freaking awesome. But yeah, let's go.
All right, so we are currently on a camping trip when we picked this bike up as well. So we're going to be building it in the back of our pickup bed. We've done a lot of videos on this already and a lot of builds on the back of this truck. But check out this cool little setup we got. We drove up on rocks on the front, did a burnout to lower the rear because now it's level. And this is like a perfect height for a workbench. We got this nice roomy area, freaking fresh air. It's pretty sick. We're going to have shade as soon as the sun starts to go down. It's going to be a perfect shot.
Maybe. I mean, we're getting a little.
Prior to filming this video, we have already cleaned the cases. Cleaning them just by grabbing the air compressor and spraying it out. We used a little bit of degreaser in here, wiped it up using a rag. So that's how we cleaned up the inside really well. And then we just used a razor blade and just slowly scraped off all the excess gaskets that were on there. So we've inspected all the parts after we got them all cleaned up. We noticed on the left crankcase there's quite a bit of JB Weld here. We don't know what it's covering because if you look in here, there's absolutely no crack. There's a couple spots that could possibly go through. I don't think you needed that much JB Weld on it. So we don't know how we feel about that. We're probably gonna try to clean it up at least. So we do not need to replace these cases because we're keeping it for ourselves. If we were selling it, of course we'd replace them just to have them tip top. But for us, we don't care about JB Weld. We actually love JB Weld. Also inspecting the gears, we found that I think this is sixth gear, possibly, not 100% sure. We found it's pretty scored on the inside and it does not like to spin very freely on the shaft. So we went ahead and ordered a new gear. It's already here along with all the other parts. This isn't really a how-to step-by-step video on how to do engine rebuilds, but there's gonna be a few informational parts throughout the video, but this is more you guys just following along and building it with us. So let's get started. It's gonna be pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and look in the Hot Rods crank kit that we got. It comes with a full top and bottom end gasket kit, crank seals and a bunch of other seals, and then crank bearings. And of course, my favorite part, the crankshaft. I love opening these and just seeing brand new parts. That is my favorite because I'm used to taking things apart and seeing absolute terrible parts. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Alrighty, I'm going to start pulling out the bearings with this nice little bearing puller.
Alright, so we got the old bearings out and the seals, so now it's time to put the new ones in. It's a lot easier to put these in if you let them sit in the freezer for a good amount of time before installing. We don't have a freezer with us, so we're just going to have to put them in like this. It's also a lot easier to put these in if you have a press. We do not with us because, again, we're in the woods. So we're just going to use a hammer and just very, very carefully tap it around. It's better to use this if you have a big socket, but again, we also don't have a big socket. Nice and fresh bearing installed. That's what I like to see. Now flip it over and go ahead and put your crank seal in. That was probably the easiest seal I've ever installed. Wow.
And bearings.
Yeah, that I'm not sure if it's just an 05,
No.
but that is nice. Time to work on the gears. This is literally how we got the bike. You just got so many random pins, bolts, nuts, arms, gears. It's crazy. So it's a puzzle putting it together, but after you build so many bikes, it's easy.
Jeez, I just did this so quick, but I didn't film it because our camera overheated. But this always takes me so long because if you look in here, you gotta pinch these little things and then freaking slide it through and put it all. And that spring sucks, but I just did it so quick. Onto the gears. Yes? I got this. Stop. No, you haven't.
Let me put it in.
Let
Let me put it in.
Gears.
Everything looks good. Nice. Time to put the crank in. Last time I put a crank in, we weren't thinking and I put the crank in backwards. Yeah, you don't think you can put it backwards, but I put the ignition side on the gear side and the ignition and the gear side on the ignition side.
So this one goes in like that.
Yep. We go ahead and put some pre-mixed oil on the bearings and on the shaft of the crank. Just to lube it up a small amount, and then we press it in. The crank is properly seated in. Time to put some seal maker on it.
Oh my gosh, Kenny. Kenny, can I do this? That is garbage.
Look at this mess of seal maker. Time to put the other half on. It's getting a lot closer to seating, but we just got to keep working it down and pressing it in.
Golly.
So with that seal maker, you have to let it sit for like an hour or two before you crank those bolts down. So you just want to finger tighten them and then come back and then really torque them down. If we do anything, we'll just grab a Dremel tool and really try to clean this up the best we can. It looks like there's some like metal wire in here as well. It's very, very strange how whoever JB welded that. But we're gonna leave it for now. Well, thinking about it, guys, it is really freaking hot right now. And we've been doing this for a little over 2 hours in the sun. So I think this is gonna be the end of the video right here, and we'll come back and start putting on the rest of it in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There's gonna be multiple series on this bike. Hopefully it turns out well. If not, so be it. But yeah, let's go. See you guys next time.